So first things first, before I get into the deep debate analysis, uh, it should be said that AOC and Ilhan Omar endorsed Bernie Sanders, and the information got leaked last night during the debate, and then CNN reported after. We broke that news on Twitter for those of you, well, actually, most of you are watching this on Twitter right now, so it's cool. But yeah, we broke that news on Twitter. So it's whew, boy, look, we gonna talk about it. We're gonna talk about what that means in a second. But before we get into that, I do want to show you Ilhan Omar's endorsement video, because in my opinion, it was really well done. Very sweet, very sincere, and I'll explain to you why Ilhan Omar's endorsement may be more important, or may have been, at least for Bernie specifically, more important than AOC's.
I am so proud to endorse Senator Bernie Sanders for president. Senator Bernie Sanders is the only candidate that has built a movement and continues to build a movement that transcends gender, ethnicity, religion, and we know that in order to take on Trump, we're going to need a unifier, someone who understands what the fight looks like, and someone who is ready to defeat him. I'm one of the people that was inspired by the movement that the senator has built. There was an America that I dreamed about. There's an America that most people believe in. It is an ideal. It's not reality yet. And he started the work of organizing for that America, and that has inspired me to get involved and run myself to help others also organize for that America. One of the amazing things I think about the senator is that he understands we have to find solutions to our greatest problems. We don't wait for what the poll numbers are on proposing a particular solution. The senator is the only candidate that is proposing a complete cancellation of student debt. The senator is the only candidate that is proposing to provide universal school meals. The senator is the only candidate that wants to make sure that we end our endless wars and will fight for human rights and hold everyone accountable regardless of whether they are an ally or a foe. The senator is someone who understands that our movement isn't just for few, it's for everyone. The senator is the only candidate that isn't about leaning a particular way, but being true to yourself and fighting for what you believe regardless of what the obstacles are. This is not just the fight for our lives, this is the fight for our democracy, this is the fight for a better future, one that we can all be proud of.
So, wow, right? That was a really great ad. It was very heartfelt. I don't feel like it was gimmicky. I feel like it was from, like I said, it was just from the heart. And I don't think that people understand that this is from Ilhan. The endorsement is a bigger deal than what some may believe, and here's why. I don't know if you know this, but late 2018, when Ilhan Omar was asked if Bernie Sanders was the one should be the next person to be president, she said that she felt the ship might have sailed on that idea, that it was kind of time to move on. And so if she felt that, then he had to win her over the coming months, because it wasn't a secret, in my humble opinion. If you were paying any type of attention, you knew that Bernie Sanders was running for president. And despite knowing that, Ilhan still made it very clear that she was not necessarily excited or enamored with this idea of a Bernie Sanders president. Not saying that she didn't like Bernie. That's not what she said. She said she thought the shit might have sailed. So something between Ilhan Omar and Bernie, whether it be the message, whether it be their personal encounters with each other, something there kind of reinvigorated that spark that made Ilhan inspired by Bernie this entire time. Same thing that inspired her to run. Now, although I don't agree with everything Ilhan said when it comes to like being the only candidate who, for example, is talking about ending regime change wars. That was kind of weird. because she's definitely not. But however, I understand what the heart of her message is, and more importantly, I understand that she 100% believes it. Now, moving on to AOC. Woo! AOC lives to fight another day, because boy. Now, granted, I did say, and a lot of you all who watch the show were like, of course, duh. When these pundits were like, well, why hasn't AOC endorsed Bernie yet? Is it wise to not endorse Bernie Sanders? Oh wow, maybe she's actually planning on endorsing Elizabeth Warren. Maybe it's Kamala. Maybe it's Julian Castro. Like, and I was saying then, you can say what you want to about AOC. Lord knows I've had my beef with her as of late. But she is not an idiot. And what I mean by that is she knows exactly whose movement got her in the position she's in. That is not an appointed one, by the way. It is very much so an electoral position where you can get your behind removed. Like, and that's the facts. I said back then, AOC is not naive to the fact that, yeah, endorsing Bernie helps Bernie, I guess, a lot as far as media favorability is concerned. It helps Bernie in the sense that it takes the air out of Warren. I agree with that 100%. But as far as like Bernie, like giving credence to anything that Bernie has said or done, it doesn't like boost Bernie by 15 damn poll points, right? However, what it does do is make sure that AOC wins her re-election campaign. What it does do is it makes people a little bit, especially the Bernie supporters, makes them a little bit more forgiving when you have those, those foreign policy gaffes, when you have those pro Nancy Pelosi moments, when you have those resistor moments. It does keep you elected, okay? It does keep those donations rolling in. It does make sure that you are still considered a progressive. In my humble opinion, the Ilhan Omar endorsement means more to Bernie than the AOC endorsement does. I mean, he was going to win Minnesota anyway, but to have, I would say, probably she's like a Muslim superstar right now because of what she represents to the community. And she's still a superstar, of course, in the African American community as well, even though she herself is actually African. People who Ilhan Omar and her voice. I know people who know no other politician outside of like the big names. Bernie Sanders, obviously, Hillary, Trump. Like, they don't know anybody else, but they know Ilhan Omar. They don't even. I know a lot of them that don't know who AOC is, but they know who Ilhan Omar is. So, like, from that perspective, when you're trying to win a big cities that are largely occupied by a lot of Muslims and are blue, so they care deeply about what Muslims have to say about candidates and how they believe that they would treat others in their community. It's huge. It's huge. So now, if I could just get Ilhan back on the right damn track with foreign policy, she's been slacking a little bit lately, but it's okay. It's okay. I'm not gonna hold her that much to it. Hey, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you like that segment of Mikasa Sukasa. Also, you can help us upgrade the studio and take this show on the road to cover the on-the-ground politics that you love by clicking on that GoFundMe link in the description and donating literally anything. Anything helps. Also, you can follow us on Rockfin, on Twitter, and on Facebook as well. And hey, more than anything else, people, always remember, find your balance. Peace.